What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Today it's a Sunday, so I got something a little different that I'm doing today. I can see right now that this battery is getting pretty low. I just don't really feel like doing full out video on this, so I'm just gonna do little updates and piece it all together. And so real quick, I'm going to turn you around and show you what I got. So if you can see, this is the chicken coop that I picked up yesterday. Yes, it was used. I'm not going to go over right now the cost. I think I will just do all that at the end of the video. The reason I bought a used coop was because by the time I actually got around to building one from scratch, I pretty much would have been into it approximately the same amount that I am into this one, at least so far. But really, I don't need too much more on this one. And also, just because it's already built and all I have to do is a little bit of TLC, it's kind of forcing me to get it done, because I would really like to have my chicken coop done. So anyways, as I said, the bones are fantastic on this thing. Couple little issues, and I'll get around here and show you. First, let's start with the major problem. And actually, real quick, here's the inside. And I'll also plug some pictures in. So the first big issue turned out to be a little bit more than what I was expecting. And as you can see, there's a little bit of rot right here. That was due to, and again, I'll plug it in the video, a roof issue. So I knew the roof had a bad spot in it. Anyways, I knew the roof had a bad spot in it, but I was already planning on changing the roof when I saw, the impression. It had a shingle roof. Right there's the remnants of it. The shingles are underneath. Anyway, so the previous person unfortunately didn't clean the inside of it out. That's the pile of stuff that came out of the inside of the coop. Within that, found a box of nails. Why, I don't know. Whatever. When I went to look at it, there was a bunch of ants in it, which I can understand when you leave stuff like that in the coop and it's not being used for a period of time. Not a big deal. I cleaned it out, and then I actually did take the pressure washer to the coop just to get some of the grime off. And if you can see, there's a little bit more rot, but this isn't as bad as the other side. And some of you aren't going to agree with how I'm going to replace it, but I'm going to leave the T111. I knocked most of the bad rot off of that. I still have some ants, because that's what happened. There was a big, huge ant farm up underneath all this roofing, unfortunately. So again, not the end of the world. The window, you can see, pane of glass is broken out of it. These little pieces, it's missing, 3 of them. The top one is right here. I'll figure out how to I'm just gonna take a piece of plexiglass and just glue it in there. Down here, I am going to replace this piece of trim and this piece of trim. I'm gonna get new. I have new hardware, some new hardware for it. The hinges are fine. I'm not replacing these hinges. And you know, some new handles. I'm doing away with those. If you can't tell, there is no nest box inside or outside this coupe, so I will be adding that. I'm gonna build it to the inside of this. It's gonna go right here because that's the access door for a nest box. So I got it cleaned out as best as I can. I'm gonna be painting the inside to help brighten it up. Like I said, some of you may not agree with how I'm gonna go about this, but I'm just gonna leave this. It's gonna be covered up. You know, it's gonna be sealed off, so there shouldn't be any more water issues. It'll dry out. That's the roofing that I had from the old chicken run. That's gonna go on here. And I'll have the strips that go across. So yeah, I will, you know, I'll kind of keep y'all updated on the process. The outside's gonna get repainted as well. So, all in all, you know, it's not as bad as you think. And if you can start with something that's got good bones, then you're off to a great start, and it makes your job easier. And sometimes it inspires you or makes you get something done quicker, which I needed to do. And I need a chicken coop. So, anyways, without further ado, I'm gonna get started on this. I'm just gonna turn you guys off, and I'll get back to you. What is up, guys? I'm back with an update on the chicken coop. So I'm gonna turn you guys around. Hope everybody is having a good day so far. So turn it around. Wow, not too much looks different on this side. Well, that's because most of the work, I mean, you can see I have the fascia back up on this side. Okay. Come around here. Still nothing too different. Okay. Well, you can see there's a roof again. It's back. Got it replaced. This fascia board I did replace. You might have been able to see in one of the pictures at the beginning of the video where it was looking a little rough. It probably could have been alright, but I wanted to change it. I know, you know, the texture is different. This is more of a smooth pine, whereas this is like an MDF backed, and I don't know, it matches the T111. I don't really care, you know, if it's exactly the same as what was on there. You know, I matched up the widths, as you can see this. So this is a 1x4 here. So that matches whatever size this was. But yeah, and then I put this stuff back on. It kind of finishes it off. So I know you guys can see that the roofing line is kind of janky. Part of that might be down there with that flashing. I'm not sure. Part of it might also be this is some used roofing that I had from the old chicken run, so it's probably a little bit warped. I also probably cut it a little bit crooked. Whatever, you know, cause see how it doesn't line up here. Maybe the roof on here is not square. I'm not worried about it. It's just a chicken coop. So something else. Let's take a look up here. new rafter, whatever you want to call it. The other one at the end, I'll show you right here. So that's the bottom. This one was pretty rotten. I couldn't leave it. So replace that. This piece of fascia is original. It's okay. I got these two pieces of trim, the corner trim back on. The trim itself is okay. The bottom corner down here is rotting out a little bit, just the trim. Again, I know I said earlier when I showed you that rot that was back in here, some of you may not agree. Some of the framing was, it had been damp, but it hadn't really rotted, so I left it. The T111, I think, took most of it, because the T111, I think it's kind of more, well, I mean, it's plywood, and plywood doesn't do as well when it gets wet. So again, as you can see, I replaced this fascia. I'll show you up under here. I actually opted to replace this piece because the ends of the other one was too rotted out for my liking. Now, this was a 1x3. I did rip it down. I don't know if you can see, like maybe down through there. It's hard to see. It's not perfectly straight. I did use a circular saw to rip it. I can show you how much I took off of it here in a second, but I just felt that it was better to replace that. Now, that was a piece of 2x3 like you see I got here. It came off of that. That was, I think, an 8-foot stick. That was supposed to be used for around here. So the good thing is the piece that came out from up here, which is this piece right here, I don't know if you can see, it has a little bit of water stain on it, but the ends, I was able to, it was just the very, very ends that were starting to rot out on both sides, and luckily I was able to nip those ends off to be able to, so I'm just going to use that. Now I don't have to go buy any more 1x3, so that's good. So other than that, that's what we have so far. Chicken coop coming along. I'm gonna have to put something over the window since I don't have this right now. I'll either put something over it, or I'll see if I can cut a piece of plexiglass just to shove in there, just to keep the weather out. So I don't know when exactly I'm gonna get more done on it, but the important thing to me was this up here, the roof. So normally too, real quick, these screws, I've done this type of roofing in the past, and I think you can do it both ways. I've always gone on the top of the ridges like I did here on the end, and that was just to help hold the end down. But all the way across, I've always done, you know, the top. I've always done the top, so that way any water that, you know, runs down in the valleys here of these ribs, you know, I know these screws have gaskets on them, but less chance of leaking. But I decided this time to put the screws down in here, since they do have the little gaskets, and we'll see how that goes. From this side, it gives it a much cleaner look. You see less screws, so we'll see how that does. So anyways, guys, for now, that is an update on that chicken coop. So if this is the end of this video, then I hope you guys smash the thumbs up button, drop us a comment below, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already, and we are going to catch you on the next one. Peace.